Help me reach 3,000 subscribers. Hit like and leave a comment. I really do read them all. I'm sitting at our kitchen table in suburban Denver, staring at a cold cup of coffee in that chipped, world's okayest husband mug Sarah got me for our 5th anniversary. It used to be funny. Now it feels like a slap. Last night, at the neighborhood barbecue, she leaned over to our neighbor, Karen, and said, "Well, at least I don't have to worry about Mike forgetting where he parked the car." Everyone laughed. Karen, her husband Bill, the whole cul-de-sac. I smiled, but it stung. It wasn't about the car. I found it in 10 seconds. It was her tone, like I'm some goof she's stuck managing. I'm Mike, 42, a project manager at a construction firm. I'm not perfect, but I get things done. 12 years married to Sarah, 39, a marketing consultant who loves being the sharpest person in the room. Lately, that sharpness is aimed at me. Little jabs, wrapped in smiles, that nobody else seems to notice. Last week, at a dinner with her coworkers, she joked about how I can't be trusted with the thermostat. Got a laugh, but it's not about the thermostat. It's about painting me as the guy who screws up while she plays the patient saint. I tried addressing it once, calm, no yelling. "Sarah, can you ease up on the jabs in front of people?" Her response? A smirk and, "Oh, Mike, don't be so sensitive." I'm not sensitive. I'm fed up. Big difference. This morning, she's upstairs, getting ready for a client meeting. I'm done swallowing her zingers. No chasing apologies. I said my piece once, no second ask. If she wants to play games, I'm changing the rules. "Mike, you didn't take out the trash," she calls from the hallway, her voice sharp, like I'm a kid who forgot his chores. "Got it," I say, not moving. I'm not her errand boy. Trash can wait. I grab my keys and head to the garage. I've got a site to check, but more importantly, I need space to think. If I'd known then how deep this was going to cut, I'd have started packing that day. I'm at the site, walking the half-built frame of a strip mall, when my phone buzzes. It's Sarah. "Where are you? You didn't say you were leaving." "I'm at work," I say, keeping it flat. "Didn't know I needed to check in." She pauses, then that sweet but venomous tone creeps in. "It'd be nice to know where my husband is, Mike. I'm not your secretary." "Funny," I say. "I'm not your assistant either." She laughs, tight and fake. "What's that supposed to mean?" "Means I'm busy. Talk later." I hang up. No argument, no back and forth. I've got steel beams to inspect, and I'm not playing her game of who gets the last word. My foreman, Dave, walks up, wiping sweat off his brow. He's late 50s, stocky, voice like gravel. "Trouble at home?" he asks, nodding at my phone. "Nah," I say. "Just figuring out where the lines are." He grunts. "Wives, huh? Mine tried that control nonsense early on. Had to shut it down." "How'd you do it?" I ask, curious, not desperate. "Stopped asking permission," he says. "Started doing what I needed." She figured it out. "Sounds simple," I say, half smiling. "It's not," he says, spitting into the dirt. "But you don't win by arguing. You win by doing." I nod. Dave's right. I'm not asking Sarah for permission to live my life. I text my buddy Tom to set up a beer after work. No heads up to Sarah. She doesn't get a vote on my time anymore. That night, I'm home late. Sarah's in the living room, scrolling her phone, a glass of wine in hand. Karen's there, perched on the couch, sipping her own glass, always fishing for gossip. Sarah doesn't look up. "You could have told me you'd be out," she says, like I'm a dog that wandered off. "Could have," I say, grabbing a water from the fridge. "Didn't." Karen glances up, eyebrows raised. Sarah's eyes narrow. "What's with you lately? You're acting like I'm the bad guy." I lean against the counter, looking her dead in the eye. "Sarah, I'm not acting. You've been taking shots at me for weeks. In front of people, behind my back. I'm done eating it." Sarah rolls her eyes. "Oh, please. It's just joking. You used to have a sense of humor." "Joking's mutual," I say. "What you're doing is control. And I'm not playing." Karen shifts, her wine glass halfway to her lips. Maybe I should go," she says, setting it down. "Stay," I say, not breaking eye contact with Sarah. "You wanted an audience, Sarah? You got one." Sarah crosses her arms. "So what? You're just gonna be a jerk now?" "No," I say, calm but firm. "I'm gonna do what I want. You don't like it, that's your problem." Karen's eyes dart between us. "Mike, you okay?" she asks, her voice cautious. "Never better," I say. "Just setting some boundaries." Sarah scoffs. You're making a scene over nothing. Nothing, I say. You've been throwing jabs to feel big. I'm done being your target. I walk upstairs. No yelling, no begging. Just a line drawn. Sarah doesn't follow, and Karen mumbles something about checking on Bill and slips out. My time, my plans, my energy, they're mine. Sarah wants access. She earns it. 10 days later, Sarah's not backing off. She's too smart for tantrums. She's playing chess. Little moves to keep me off balance. Yesterday, she forgot to tell me she canceled our weekend plans with Tom and his wife, Lisa. Said it was too much with her work schedule. Didn't ask me, didn't mention it until I brought it up. You could have checked with me, I say, standing in our bedroom as she's folding laundry, her movements sharp, like she's slicing through her irritation. She doesn't look up. Mike, I'm swamped. You know that. If it's such a big deal, you could have planned it yourself. I don't bite. Next time I will. Without you. Her hands freeze mid-fold. What's that supposed to mean? Means I'm not waiting for your approval. I say. Tom and Lisa are still on. You're welcome to join. Or not. She scoffs, tossing a shirt into the basket. You're being ridiculous. It's just dinner. Then don't make it a power trip, I say, grabbing my jacket. I'm meeting Tom tonight. Don't wait up. She opens her mouth, but I'm out the door before she can respond. No second ask, no chasing. I'm done with her rewriting the rules to suit her mood. At the bar, Tom's nursing a beer, his tie loosened after a long day selling insurance. He's mid-40s, loud laugh, cuts through nonsense like a knife. Lisa's there too, her teacher's glare softened by a glass of wine. So, Sarah's got you on a leash now? Tom asks, grinning. I laugh dry. She thinks she does. I'm unclipping it. Lisa leans forward, blunt. What's her deal? She told me you're not ambitious enough for her anymore. Said you're happy just coasting at work. I raise an eyebrow. She's spinning stories now. I'm not the one chasing her ego. Tom swirls his beer. Lisa caught that vibe too. Sarah's acting like you're holding her back. Funny, I say. She's the one rewriting history. Lisa's eyes narrow. She's been weird. I saw her at a coffee shop last week, all cozy with some guy from her gym. Ryan, I think. I nod, keeping it neutral. Noticed that. Her phone's been lighting up with his name. Lisa leans back. You're not gonna let that slide, are you? Nope, I say. But I'm not playing detective. I'm handling it my way. Tom grins. That's the spirit. You give her an inch, she'll take the whole darn yard. Lisa rolls her eyes. Tom's oversimplifying. Sarah's not just bossy, she's playing you, Mike. Be careful. We clink bottles. I feel lighter, not because they're experts, but because they're proof you can hold your ground without a war. I'm not fighting Sarah. I'm just not letting her run my life. Next morning, I'm up early, making coffee. Sarah comes down, dressed for a run, her face tight. You didn't come home till midnight, she says, grabbing a water bottle. Yep, I say, pouring my coffee. Good time. You could have texted, she says, that fake calm she uses when she's pissed but hiding it. Could have, I say. Didn't feel like it. She stares, waiting for me to backtrack. I don't. Mike, what's your deal? You're acting like I'm your enemy. Sarah, I'm not your enemy. I say, looking her square in the eye. But I'm not your punching bag either. You want to call the shots, fine. Just don't expect me to follow. She scoffs. You're blowing this out of proportion. No, I say. You're trying to make me small. I'm done with it. She opens her mouth, closes it. No comeback. I grab my keys and head out. I've got a meeting, and I'm not sticking around for round 2. She wants to push, she'll push alone. A week later, Sarah's getting bolder. No yelling. She's too calculated for that. It's cold, deliberate pressure. At a coffee shop with her coworker, Rachel, she says, Mike's been so distant lately. He's terrible at communicating, you know? I have to drag every word out of him. Rachel, a wiry woman with a skeptical squint, gives me a pitying look, like I'm a project she's sizing up. Sarah, you don't need to speak for me. I say, stirring my coffee. I communicate fine when there's something worth saying. She smiles, all sweetness. I'm just worried about you, Mike. You've been so off lately. Rachel leans in, her voice sharp. What's going on with you two? Sarah's saying you're shutting her out. No shutout. I say, keeping it steady. Just tired of being her punchline. Sarah's smile tightens. Mike, you're overreacting. It's just how we talk. It's how you talk, I say. You've been throwing shade to feel better about yourself. I'm done playing along. Rachel's eyebrows shoot up. Whoa, Mike, that's harsh. Is it? I say, looking at her. Or is it just honest? Sarah laughs, forced. Let's not do this here. Then don't start it. I say, standing. I'm out. Rachel's jaw drops slightly. You're just leaving? Yep, I say. I don't negotiate with ambushes. I walk out, no second ask. Rachel's stunned silence follows me. I'm not playing defense anymore. That afternoon, I'm at the bank, setting up a separate account. Not hiding it, just making sure my money's mine. Sarah's always controlled our finances, saying it's easier if she handles the bills. Fine, she can handle hers. I'm done subsidizing her power trips. When I get home, she's in the kitchen, chopping vegetables with that aggressive precision she gets when she's pissed. Karen's there, sipping tea, her nosy eyes darting between us. You were gone all morning, Sarah says, not looking up. Had things to do, I say, grabbing a water from the fridge. Like what? She asks, her knife pausing. Like setting up my own account, I say, twisting the cap. From now on, I'm handling my money. Her head snaps up. What's that supposed to mean? Means I'm done with you deciding what's necessary, I say. You want control, you've got it. Just not over me. Karen chokes on her tea, coughing. Oh wow, Mike, that's bold. Necessary, I say, looking at her. I'm done being managed. Sarah sets the knife down, her face tight. You're acting like I'm stealing from you. I'm acting like I'm done with your games, I say. You want to keep score? I'm out. Karen shifts, uncomfortable. Maybe I should. Stay, I say. Sarah likes an audience. Right, Sarah? She glares. This is ridiculous. We're married, Mike. This is how it works. Not anymore, I say. You want a partnership, act like it. Until then, I'm doing me. Karen mumbles an excuse and bolts. I walk to the garage, leaving Sarah with her vegetables and her anger. No negotiation. I'm not cutting her off. I'm cutting the strings. It's a Friday, and Sarah's insisted I join her at a networking event for her marketing firm. It's at a swanky downtown hotel, all clinking glasses and fake laughs. Sarah's in her element, working the room, her arm brushing against Ryan, the gym trainer who's somehow always around. Her phone's been buzzing with his name for weeks, and she's not subtle about tilting it away when I'm near. Tonight, she's laughing too loud at his jokes, her hand lingering on his shoulder. I'm not jealous. I'm observant. Rachel's there, sipping a cocktail, along with Tom and Lisa, who showed up to support me. Sarah's holding court, her voice carrying. Mike's always so busy with himself, she says to a group of her colleagues. Loud enough for me to hear. It's like he's married to his job, not me. The group chuckles, but it's awkward. Rachel raises an eyebrow. Lisa's jaw tightens. Tom shakes his head. I step closer, keeping my voice calm. Sarah, if you've got something to say it to me. She turns, smile faltering. Mike, it's just a joke. Relax. It's not a joke, I say. You're trying to make me look small. I'm done with it. Ryan laughs, all charm. Come on, Mike, it's a party. Lighten up. Funny, I say, looking at him. I don't recall asking your opinion. Lisa steps in, her voice sharp. Sarah, you're out of line. You don't get to trash Mike in front of everyone. Sarah's face flushes. I'm not trashing anyone. You're all overreacting. No, I say. You're performing. And I'm not your audience. Rachel sips her drink, watching. Mike, you sure you want to do this here? Sarah picked the venue. I say. I'm just responding. I walk to the bar, order a water, and text my lawyer friend, Mark. I need divorce papers. Now. He replies in minutes, sending me the forms. I sign them that night, no hesitation. Sarah comes home late, smelling faintly of Ryan's cologne. I don't confront her. The papers are in my desk, ready. Next day, I'm at work when Dave pulls me aside. Karen heard Sarah's been cozy with that Ryan guy at your block party. You know about that. I nod, neutral. Suspected it. Her phone's not exactly subtle. He shakes his head. That's cold, man. You gonna call her out? Nope, I say. No point. I'm handling it my way. That evening, I move my essentials to the guest room. Sarah notices, standing in the doorway. What? You're sleeping in there now? Yep, I say, setting up my laptop. Need space. This is ridiculous, she says. You're acting like a child, says the woman who needs to control everything. I say, not looking up. I'm done arguing, Sarah. You want to fix this, start respecting me. Until then, this is how it is. She storms out. No chasing. I'm living my life, and she's not the center of it anymore. Emily's wedding is a big deal. My sister, 35, a nurse with a heart bigger than her brain. Her fiancé, Jake, is a firefighter, quiet but solid. The reception's at a vineyard outside Denver, twinkling lights, overpriced wine. Sarah's in her element, charming the room, her laugh cutting through the chatter. I'm happy for Emily, but I'm watching Sarah. She's been on edge since I moved to the guest room. The divorce papers are in my jacket, signed and waiting. At the head table, Sarah stands for her toast, radiant in a navy dress, glass raised. To Emily and Jake, she says, her voice warm. You two are perfect. Jake, you're steady, reliable, everything a husband should be. Emily, you're so lucky. Not everyone gets a guy like that. She pauses, laughing. Well, at least you got lucky with a husband. The room laughs. Emily giggles. Jake grins. My parents chuckle. But it's a knife in my ribs. She's painting me as the failure in front of my family, friends, everyone. It's not a joke. It's a public execution. I stand, glass in hand, the papers heavy in my pocket. The room quiets. Sarah's smiling, but her eyes are sharp, waiting. I look at the crowd, then at her. To Emily and Jake, I say, my voice steady, carrying to every corner. You've got something real, respect, trust, a partnership that doesn't need to tear anyone down to feel strong. Hold on to it. Because when respect's gone, there's nothing left. I pause, locking eyes with Sarah. Sarah, you've spent years rewriting our marriage to make yourself the star. You've mocked me, controlled me, and paraded your games in front of everyone. I'm done being your prop. These are for you. I pull the divorce papers from my jacket and place them on the table in front of her. The room goes dead silent. Sarah's smile vanishes, her face pale. Mike, what are you doing? She whispers, her voice shaking. What I should have done months ago. I say, calm but unyielding. You wanted control. You got it. Just not over me. Emily gasps. Her hand on Jake's arm. Jake's jaw is tight, his eyes on me. My mom whispers, oh Mike, her voice breaking. Dad's silent, his face unreadable. Rachel, across the room, mutters, wow, that's intense. Karen's husband, Bill, shakes his head, murmuring, balls a move. Sarah grabs the papers, her hands trembling. You're doing this here? She hisses. You picked the stage, I say. I'm closing the curtain. I sit down. The band starts. People whisper, but I don't care. Sarah's clutching the papers, her face a mix of shock and rage. Emily leans over, her voice low. Mike, why didn't you tell me? Ask her. I say, nodding at Sarah. I'm done explaining. Jake claps my shoulder. You did what you had to, man. My dad finally speaks, his voice gruff. You're better than this, Sarah. Sarah stands, papers in hand, and storms out. Rachel follows, shooting me a look. Karen whispers to Bill. I didn't see that coming. I don't respond. I've said my piece. No yelling, no drama. Just a boundary, public and final. Later, in the vineyard's parking lot, Sarah corners me, papers crumpled in her fist. You humiliated me, she says, her voice shaking. You humiliated yourself, I say. You've been playing games for years. I'm done. You can't just walk away, she says. We're married. I say. You burned that bridge. She steps closer, her voice low. You'll regret this, Mike. No, I say, walking to my car. I regret waiting this long. I drive off, leaving her in the lot. No second ask. She's lost the room, and I'm done playing her game. 3 weeks later, I'm at a family dinner at my parents' house in Aurora. Emily's there, still glowing from the wedding, but her eyes are worried. Jake's beside her, quiet but watchful. Mom's bustling in the kitchen, trying to keep things normal. Dad's sipping a beer, his face stern. Sarah's not here. She's been staying at her sister's, spinning her story about how I ambushed her. Emily sets her fork down, her voice sharp. Mike, you dropped those papers in front of everyone. What was that? What it looked like, I say, cutting my steak. Sarah's been running the show for years. Mocking me, controlling everything, flirting with some gym guy. I'm done. She's saying you're having a breakdown. Emily says, searching my face. She's saying what makes her look good. I say. You saw her at the wedding. That wasn't a one-off. It's who she is. Jake nods, slow. She was out of line. Mike's not the bad guy. Emily frowns. But in front of everyone? That was brutal. She made it public. I say. I just finished it. Mom steps in, her voice soft but firm. Mike, we love Sarah, but we've seen how she talks to you. Calling you unambitious, saying you don't connect with people. It's not right. Dad grunts, setting his beer down. Respect's not negotiable, son. You did what a man's gotta do. Emily shakes her head. I just wish you'd told me first. No point, I say. Sarah's been rewriting our marriage for years. I'm done letting her. Jake leans forward. She's been texting Emily, saying you're throwing away a good marriage. Good marriage. I laugh sharp. She's been flirting with Ryan, controlling every dime, every plan. That's not a marriage. That's a cage. Mom sighs. I thought she'd change, Mike. I really did. She won't, I say. And I'm not waiting. A month later, I'm at the block party. Sarah's there, holding court with Rachel, Karen, and Ryan, who's too close, his hand brushing her arm. She's laughing, tossing her hair, then says, loud enough for everyone, Mike's been so busy with his new life. I barely see him anymore. The group laughs, but it's awkward. Rachel glances at me, Karen looks away, Ryan smirks. I step forward, water in hand, voice calm but clear. Sarah, if you're going to talk about me, get it right. I'm not busy with a new life. I'm done with your nonsense. Sarah's face flushes. Mike, don't make a scene, she says, her voice low. I'm not. I say, looking around. I'm clarifying. You want to play the victim, go ahead. But don't drag me into it. Karen speaks up, her voice nosy. Sarah, he's got a point. You've been throwing shade all night. Rachel scoffs. Come on, Mike, it's just talk. Is it? I say. Or is it her rewriting history? Ryan steps forward, all charm. Mike, relax. It's a party. Then act like it. I say, staring him down. Stay out of my marriage. Bill, Karen's husband, steps up, his voice low. Mike's right. This isn't cool, Sarah. I walk away. Bill follows, clapping my shoulder. That was gutsy. You okay? Never better. I say. Just done with the games. That night, I pack a bag. Just enough for a week. I'm not running. I'm resetting. I've got a condo lined up through Mark. Sarah's in the living room when I come downstairs, duffel over my shoulder. Where are you going? She asks, her voice sharp but shaky. Out, I say. You've had your fun controlling this marriage. I'm done. Mike, you can't just leave, she says, standing. We need to talk. We did, I say. I told you to stop. You didn't. I'm done talking. Her eyes narrow. You're abandoning me. No, I say, opening the door. I'm respecting myself. I walk out, the door clicking shut. No yelling, no tears. Just a line drawn, final and clear. 6 months later, I'm in a condo downtown. Small but mine. Works good, got the promotion. Tom and Lisa have me over regularly, and Emily checks in more than before. Sarah's still spinning her story, saying I gave up on us. I don't correct her. I don't need to. I'm not angry. I'm not hurt. I'm free. Weekends are mine. Hiking, catching games with Dave, or sitting on my balcony with a water, watching Denver hum. No one's telling me where to be or what to feel. No one's taking shots to feel better about themselves. Sarah texted once, asking to talk. I didn't respond. No second ask.